on, well, my painting. I know it changes every time I do anything. And I'm putting the introduction on there because when I'm normally live, there's no whole intro. But I really should open up my easel. But I kind of want to do it this way. So we're gonna catch up all that paint for anybody who's been trying to reach. Whoa, 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 whoa. See how that goes? My other phone is downstairs, but no worries. I don't really need it anyway. Yeah, so my phone has been completely locked out of my cloud, but I decided to stop waiting on it to get unlocked. So I created a new iCloud, which made me lose all my contacts, all my apps, my everything. This is my other phone, and honestly, I just had to make peace with that. Sometimes things aren't, like, we don't need some of the stuff we think we need. And that's what I'm starting to learn from this whole experience. Hey, what does that say? You love me. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I just needed, well, why is the print so small in there? I need to bring a TV up here so I can read it easier. But yeah, thank you. I decided to get caught up on, oh, I could do that actually. Because I don't ever use this TV and it's pretty light. I don't know. I never thought about this sooner because that, oh, where's the remote to this one? I don't know what the remote is. Not setting. Okay. It's okay. I'm just gonna keep this one because I don't have a lot of time, but I will end up putting a TV in here so I can actually read it easier because it's like that big. Yeah, because this is a very small. Oh, you can hear me now. Okay, good. Yeah, so now I'm just trying to get through this. I have a table like right in front of me, but for some reason I've been wanting to paint her on my lap. So yeah, we're gonna do it this way. And I learned that swirls look more like skin. So if you're ever trying to make your painting look more realistic and you're using acrylic, you want to swirl your paint, not just brush it or tap it. Which, for contrast, I am adding some brush strokes. So for the bridge of the nose, I'm like, you want to do like a horseshoe going up. For the forehead, I started in the center and then I kind of swirled it out like this. For this part, to create that shape, I did like this first. These type of strokes. For here, you go like this. And then you blend it over with the skin marks, which that's the throat. And then you can still swirl it over, which I know there's like a little bit of paint still on this paintbrush as I do this. And it's okay because it's still just the skin. And her eye color has changed so many times, like the eye makeup. I'm sure it's going to change again today as I progress, but honestly, at this point, I don't even care. And if you're wondering why I'm putting paint on the back of this top, it's just because I'm trying to not have so much paint that it chunks. And that is actually going to help it not be so heavy. Because on this part, we're just blending and toning. Not really so much. And yeah, there's exceptions to everything. I'm just trying my best not to overdo it. Which right here now I'm trying to add a little bit more contrast on this part of the forehead. Do you have any questions? And I have a lot of different skin tones that I've already, oh, I just got paint on my hand, created. It's easier that way because before I was just trying to recreate everything on something like this, and that just made it harder. So I made like a bunch of these type of deals, which is like different tones. And when you make them in advance, when you're trying to touch it up, especially with acrylic paint because it dries so quickly, it just makes it easier. So now whenever I'm going to start a painting of any sort, if I try to create all the colors I think I might need, and then I just put them in little containers. So that way, whenever I have to touch it up or whatever, it's just really easy to go back to it. Because when you try to do it the other way, it's like asking for it. Okay, what are you saying? Yes. It's going to paint the whole room in DC Comics. Are you going to paint your room in DC Comics? Because mine has Marvel and one spot of anime. Who's your favorite character? DC does have some good characters though. But if I had to choose between DC and Marvel, I'm definitely going to choose Marvel. Definitely was an X-Men fan growing up. Love the cartoon series first, then all the movies. Hello. Hello, 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 hello. Hey. Thanks for spamming me. That's actually really good for the algorithm. Yeah, today is my daughter's award ceremony. She's like, 10:45, Mom. I'm like, okay. She's like, don't forget, 10:45. I said, okay. So now I'm just like, okay, I should be getting ready. And then my brain is like, well, don't you want to paint? And I was like, yes, I do want to paint. So I'm decided to be like compromising on that. And so I chose to set an alarm. You said you're beautiful. Thank you. So now I'm just like, okay, let's set this alarm. Let's not be late to your child's program, but let's create. So this is highlight. This is probably a smidge lighter than what I should have done, but we're just going to go with it because there's not enough highlight in the center of her face. So this is the one I need to be cautious of because I feel like it's just a smidge too light. But thank you. For the replay, it says you're so beautiful, which someone's super adamant because they said it twice. But yeah, so now I'm just trying to add just subtle. I promise y'all, even when you think your brush is like clean, that little bit of paint that's left behind is still shifting the tonality of your picture. So be mindful of that, especially if you're doing like I am and mixing these colors on the same brush. And different lighting will definitely make your picture appear different to you. Just like what y'all are seeing in my painting, it's not what I see when I look at it because of the way the light's refracting off of it. See, there's a little too much on that brush right there, so I have to I can take some of it and put it here where her eyebrows are going to be. And then go back to that spot where it was just a little too heavy, which I got gun-ho in that little spot. Now there's C's on her chin, which means I'm going to have to go back to the shade darker. It's okay. So which one is this? This is this one. So now I need to go back down to this one, which is my main tone. You're playing about what? Oh, I just read what you said. Yeah, I'm not going to have that on my replay. So whenever y'all say stuff that I don't agree with or something that's condescending or negative, I literally give it 0 energy. So even if I read it, even if I see it, we're just going to act as if it was just a ploy for attention that I'm not going to linger into because that's none of my business. We don't give energy to negativity around here. So that's pretty good, actually. I like that. And you're wondering, like, why does it look like she has a pink hockey puck in her mouth? It's look like a mouth guard. That's her gum line, which, as I see it today, I was like, I knew it when I did it, that I needed to change that, but I didn't know how I wanted to change it. So I chose not to. It's just easier to just, especially with acrylic paint, if there's something you're not sure about, leave it alone. Let it dry. And then when you come back to it, whoa, that's when you can change it. And since I don't have a lot of time today, that's definitely not going to be a focus for today. I'm so nice. Thank you. I'm actually kind. I'm not really nice. I am honest about how I feel about stuff. And then I will just, sometimes I'll find myself saying some stuff that's less than nice whenever someone is just really that person. And then other times I'll just avoid it. But I'm working on being less reactive. So now I'm just like, we're not going to feed the bear. We're not going to poke the bear. We're just going to let that be great. Because I realized that it's not worth it. No matter what you do in life, you're always giving your energy. And some things don't require your energy. You notice? Yeah. Not everything in life requires your energy. So why give it to them? And somebody trying to get a rise, let them be great and realize it's none of your business. Okay, yeah, so her lips look so much better now. Can y'all see that? But what color do I want to? And now we're just gonna add a little bit of the red into the eyeshadow. That's why I said it's always morphing, which that had a little bit more red in it than I expected on that spot. So now I have to go back and blend it over here. But I kind of like that look, so that's a happy change. And no, I don't know how many layers this painting has. 1 million. You said no. Who is the bear that is bothering you? There's not one in particular. I just say, like, I'm not gonna like, don't poke the bear, meaning that sometimes I'm the bear in the situation. Sometimes it's you're the bear. So the bear is the part of your subconscious that you have chosen not to make conscious, that's reactive to the person who is trying to get a rise out of you. That's why I always say don't poke the bear. It's metaphorically a bear, not an actual person per se. It's the subconscious in you. I love how acrylic paints as it builds up. Initially, it's kind of hard, but once it gets to going, so nice. I have high gloss paint downstairs. Zoe just sent me another reminder. She said, don't forget, 10:45, Mom. She is not going to let me forget. I was not going to forget Zozo. Get out there. Yeah, that looks good. Where are your people from? Who may be Mississippi or Atlanta? Higher and higher. Okay, so that's pretty good. We're done with the red for now. Her lips have finally built up, so I really like the lips now. I actually like where the eyes are leaning towards. I keep having to redo the eyes. I know she doesn't have any eyelashes. It's because her makeup's not done yet. Her features are actually starting to come together better. Her hair keeps morphing too. So this was the initial picture a long time ago. It's so different and it keeps changing. Oh, you want to be an artist like me? Cool. Then all you have to do is choose to you say yes, Miss Markette. You was quite snappy on a video. Look, I told you before, I'm kind, I'm not nice. And you want to be an artist like me, just practice. Practice makes perfect. Anything you want to do in life, just practice it. Just try. And the thing is you have to try with a positive mindset. You can't try it thinking what you can't do. You try it from the place of childhood. Like, think about it like this. Think of yourself as a child learning how to walk. And every time you can, like, make yourself stand up, you can make yourself crawl, all those little things that you do before the actual steps of walking. This is Pearl, by the way. I need to go to the store and get me some more Pearl paint. I need to go get, I've seen some really cool pearlized paints in lots of different colors that I didn't even realize they made. But I need it in my life, and I'm going to go buy me some. But think of yourself as a small child and just keep trying. And as you master one phase of it, call a thing and be great. And just keep going with it. So I am adding just a little bit of pearl over top of the lip. Try not to overblend it because I know that some of it's dry, some of it's not. But the way that it's going to catch the light later, it's going to be good. See? So now there's light on the face, the eyes, and the lips. That pearl is translucent, which means it's see-through. And those are cute emojis. And that's what's creating that kind of look. Now for her gums, I need more of a realistic color. Because I think later that might be where I'm leaning towards. Let's see if I can get this on here without smudging. So for this line I'm doing right now, I'm reshaping the lip line and toning her gum. This part has to be completely dry before I can do the teeth though. And it's been years since I've actually tried to paint teeth, so I need to practice. I'm gonna do it on here So let this dry. I don't know if I'm gonna have time to do the teeth today, but I definitely have time to at least create myself a starting point so that I could see how this goes. And whenever you're working on a picture, if there's a spot you're really unsure about, do it on something else first. See? So like this represents like where her gum line is in her mouth. And I'll practice some teeth on there first, and then I'll hit it with the actual teeth. Because if not, I would regret that. You have any questions? And I really like corally peachy tones on the eye. So now we're just going to take a little bit of that leftover peach from her lip that I just did in her gum line. And we're going to add it to her eye line, which is going to create just a natural pop, which is really pretty. That's why I was telling you before how it just keeps picking up. Even when you think it's a clean brush, it's not. It's always shifting the color ever so slightly. So if you really want a clean brush, get a clean brush. See how that just changed it? So subtle, but now her eyes on her, the brown of her eyes are actually popping more. Same thing with your real eyes. If you wear, this is why y'all see me wear so many corals and pinks when I do wear makeup. Like today I didn't do anything, but when I do, so intentional. All right. Now that I got this black going, I have to be more cognizant of the colors it's going to leave behind. So I just wiped off the extra black. And I'm going to go in on her mouth, like here. See if I can get this so y'all can kind of see what I'm doing. I know this is important to show. And I'm using the lightest of pressure, just to kind of gently trace out the bottom part of her lip to carve it out. And now I'm going to go into the gum because it's too low, which is going to open her mouth up a little bit. And it's going to create like just a ever so slight guideline for me later. Okay, see what I mean? Cool thing about acrylic is it's very buildable. Even though it dries quickly, it's very forgiving, so you can layer on it so easily. There's pros and cons to every type of paint you choose to paint with. You just got to figure out what works best for you. So right now I'm just adding in those micro shadows that are naturally in the ear, which are like the curves and folds. And then there's still a lot of black on this. Where do I want to add more black shadow? Where do I want to do it? So we're going to hit the eye folds. Ever so slightly though. And we're going to buff that out just a little bit. Not too crazy though. I need a cleaner brush to... Okay. All right, so that's what I just did on that. the 20th time of life. Probably more than that, really. I'm not even gonna lie. Every time I change their eyes, I change the eyes. I keep going back over with this line because I'm trying to figure out how I want it. But then I feel like she's saying, I need my eyeliner back, please and thank you. And I'm like, okay. And yeah, I can see how she's supposed to look. And then on some facets, I know, like, when I can't explain it. It's like, it's more of a feeling. And it's kind of a side, it's kind of a feeling. But when I get one part the way it's supposed to be, then it's like, okay, now this is good. This is right. But on the other part, it's like, I know that this could be better. So I'm just going to play with it until I get it the way that feels right. And so I just keep changing until I get it the right way. Until it just feels like, yes, that's what I was feeling. Just like down there, I started to put that black line. I was like, ooh, that's harsh, Markette. Don't do it. Don't do it. Oh, my leg. All right, what time is it? I need to put my watch on the charger. Is what I should have did because it's on its last legs. And I've been using a marker on here too. So like this is definitely a mixed media art. So this is just glued on and then I painted it. And then the rest is just kind of real life happening. Yeah, my allergies are acting up. And now I'm just gonna touch this part with the blood from where I was swirling it. So this line keeps coming back out and up because when I'm swirling the skin tone, it's overlapping, creating like a dusty look. So I have to keep fixing this part. Ideally, I would get all that part done first and do it all the same. But look, that's not the way my brain works. In theory, I know, like, you shouldn't have to keep redoing it. You should have it right the first try. It's okay. It's just practice. Practice makes perfect. And yeah, I get quiet when I'm focusing. So, and anytime you put black on your face, you get quiet. Like even when doing makeup, it's like, woo, it's a black liner. I gotta focus. See, I just put a lot of black on her nose, which created that shadow. Y'all see that? That's why I say all the time, like you're not ever just, if the brush isn't new, it's not clean, you're always depositing color. And then we're gonna create a little bit more shadow in here. And then also throw a little cast there. And the undercast under her neck, which, whew, it's a lot. Cool. So now I'm just adding in some of the hairline, which is probably going to change again. I don't know yet. It's definitely not the right brush for this. I felt like I need a finer brush for this part. Yeah, it's not going to work. It's time for this part though. I know, sniffly. Go take your allergy medicine, Marquette. I already took it. I just haven't done the nasal spray. I was playing my guitar earlier. My daughter did her nasal spray, and I was like, "Take your medicine." And then I was playing the guitar, and I was like, "I got time. I'll take it later." Then I was like, "I'd rather draw." I know, go figure. I was just sitting here thinking, I have so many paints and so many colors. So I always get really excited when I see one that I haven't seen before. But I realize like I spend a lot of money on art and I spend a lot of money on gardening, my hobbies. I feel like when you find something that makes you happy, when you find something that you can do completely by yourself and you lean into that experience for yourself, it's a good feeling. You'll always be entertained. That's why I always encourage my children to figure out what do they want to learn? What do they want to do? What's inspiring them today? I don't like the way I just did that, but I can fix that easily. I just need a... This is why we have skin tones. I just can't figure out the... I don't know what I'm not liking, but it's not right. I need to find a... There's no actual pictures of people in here, so it's kind of harder. And that's the wrong one, too. Okay. Oh, because it's Markette. You just explained that for yourself. You're not listening. You got that, though. There we go. Okay, that's better. Yeah, I know. I hear it. I tell you. Do I listen? Not always. I'll hear it in hindsight, and I'll think about it later. But especially with this, it's like I just have to listen to myself more, right? But I got it. I can do this. I can fix it. I realized that painting is just an exercise of patience. When you really think about, oh, I want to create this, you're really asking yourself, especially when you want to get into realism or hyperrealism, you're just really asking yourself, how many details can I point out? How many things can I focus on and recreate? There's always like one more thing you can do, but with art, sometimes you got to know when to say no. Sometimes you got to know when to step back, when to stop trying, when to stop adding. Sometimes less is truly more. Just like life. You're so quiet. I'm so used to so much more interaction, but that's cool. I'm glad I got the ones I like. I got so far. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for commenting. Yes, I read all my comments. Yes, I like seeing people come back around. Yes, I learn my people who interact. The people who say stuff I think is crazy, I just don't react to it. It's none of my business. I got my toe on the camera. Oh well. I was staring at my daughter's ear and I realized that there's like this little ridge that's on the outside of her ears. It's kind of hard to recreate. It has a lot of little weird canals in it. All right, that's done. What time is it now? Oh, my watch went completely asleep. I need to charge it for real, for real. All right, field trip. I should have had this charged already. I know. I should have this phone charging too, but for her stuff, I'll probably just do it. Get this watch charged. I know. I need to clean up. All right, get this charging. Is it this one? Okay. I can do it now. Sample right there. Okay. All right. I didn't even look at the clock, but I got my watch charging. My alarm will go off and I'll have plenty of time. So I'm putting pearl in the eye, which is going to create it like a reflection of the light. And I'm doing like the C's towards the sclera and the iris, which is going to give it like, I don't know the word for it, but it's going to make it look nice. Let's say that. Now I'm just going to smudge and use up all this pearl paint that I got out. Some of it's going to look pearly. Some of it's going to just look like shimmer. Whatever it decides to do as it goes on here, I'm going to let it be great. I'm not going to try to force or fix it. It's just going to be there. Same thing on this side, which is going to make it something I have to be mindful of, because when you just go this thick with it, it's definitely going to take longer to dry. But I like the way it's catching the light. I have to go in a little while anyway, so it doesn't even matter. But I don't want it clumpy, so it can be thick, but not like weird thick. So definitely fix whatever looks a little off. And then by the time I add the other strokes in, it's going to look really nice. I just don't want to waste this paint. Shiny hair always looks nice anyway. Shiny hair, shiny eyes. And my own personal signature, a shimmery eyelid and a shimmery lip. That you'll be able to see depending on the way the light hits it. May or may not be able to see it, but this way, maybe you can see it. All right. And I'm just going to finish with the rest of that down here because I just think that's going to look cool. Okay. Get the leftover shimmers. I just drizzled it into the eye, which means I might have to go back over my black, but I like the way that's going to look. This is why I keep having to go over the black like a million times. It's because I keep doing layering that takes in mutes how black the black is, but it's definitely a needed detail. I know that sounds crazy to some people. They're like, why do you keep doing that part? Because it just needs to happen. That's why. You know, I don't know why the neighbors' dogs are going cray-cray. Just going back in I need some more black. So this is all going to be in the iris. Which I know I need to go back through and kind of fix some of how that's playing out, but it's okay. I kind of like it when I have to go back through on some of the little details, because then it's shifting the way it looks overall. So in this part, I decided to go thicker on the black eye ring, the Olympic ring of the eye, and I did that so then when I go back through and I add the black from the iris, it's gonna have this cool overlap, but I'm gonna do it with dots. So right now she's about to look so creepy, but I had this great idea. I was like, what if I made the Olympic ring thicker initially and the pupil thicker, and then I came back through with dots to create the light and the texture and the motion. And I was like, oh, that'd be cool. You never tried that before, so let's just try it and see what happens. And then the lid, we're gonna go back over one more time. This time just the top though. Okay, and I do have time right now. I just have to be mindful because it's wet, so wet. Does this one have a good point? No. I need a fine tip paintbrush. Yeah, most of my paintbrushes are downstairs. So this is what I was talking about when I said I did that to the eyes, which made it look creepy. But we're gonna fix that. And yeah, that was fully intentional. I think I got another brush right here. See. Oh, I still gotta put some pants on because it's cold in the school and I can't really short to school. Okay. So now that we got the black, I actually need the darker brown. And we're gonna dip into the chocolate color, the dark chocolate color. And we're just gonna and I do hope that some of this dries out before, like while I'm gone, so I could add more layers to it. I like that. Now with the same color, which I realized I couldn't see what I was doing, but I'm just kind of going over it with the darkest brown, and I'm creating dots around the pupil, dots around the sclera, dots around the Olympic ring, and the iris, which still looks kind of creepy. And then we're going to take and create some brown lines that add texture to this, her hair. Yeah, all this stuff has been so layered and so layered, but I like it like this. And then, let's see. There's a little bit of brown left, which I wonder if this is light enough to do. Those are those small circles y'all heard me saying. Trying to figure out where the exact place of the shadows are supposed to be casting on her face. So I haven't quite decided yet. Yeah, got a little gun hole right there, but I can fix that later. I keep changing it, and I know. It's just that it's hard when you can't really tell where the color is on the brush. There we go. See, that's what just came off, which means there was way more paint on this brush than I was giving it credit. Okay, so I'm done with this color for now. And then for the contrast, I think I want to jump to Suffolk Brown. Well, maybe I should do, yeah. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for watching. Thanks for commenting, everybody. Which I know I did. Those dots are kind of big, so I'm going to have to change them later. It's just I have the wrong brush right now, and I know it. Which means I'm going to have to go back to the other color, but it's okay. Let's do this whole thing first, and then I'll go back through. Finer brushes. It's hard when I'm trying to show y'all. This is why I've been working on her so much by myself, because it's like these angles. So I'm realizing like part of the problem is the iris itself has gotten wider, which is going to be an easy fix. That's super easy, and I can fix that now. I need my white. I feel like I need my high gloss white, even though this is just regular white, semi-gloss. But Yeah, it was too wet, so the colors blended together, which made it kind of awkward. It's fine. This is probably going to be a part I have to do by myself. Because the colors are just not working and it needs to dry. But I'm going to see if I can get at least some of that built up. So it's almost too white, but oh, okay, that worked. Hmm. Go figure, that actually fixed that part that was bothering me before. How awesome is that? It's amazing the different small changes make in life, not just art. Don't worry, her hair's gonna change like a million times after this again too. It's just trying to figure this all out in real time. Make sure I don't smudge anything. So light a pearl. Maybe pearl. I don't know. Yay, that actually worked. That's amazing. Good job. Yeah, that little part's been bothering me, and now it's actually better. I feel like I'm running out of time. Luckily, I don't have to go very far though, so it's not a big deal. I'm literally 10 minutes away. I don't really care about being glamorous at this thing, so I just need 10 minutes 10 minutes to get ready, 10 minutes to get over there. And but it might be parking, so I might need 15 minutes to get over there. So I can be fully settled by the time everything starts. Yeah, I need to get done sooner. Okay, so look. I have really nice paintbrushes. I think I need to get one of my expensive ones because I think that's the problem. I think what I'm doing wrong on that part is I'm using the wrong kind of paintbrush. These are all okay. 13. Yeah, that was the alarm. So, on that note, we're going to call it done. This is where we're done for today. This is our stopping point for this moment. I know she keeps morphing on us. She's starting to look more like somebody from a comic book. Cool. No worries. But I have to go. We're going to call the alarm. Time to go because Markette knows that she will be distracted if she doesn't. So, later, y'all. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for all your comments.